Hello, BookTube friends and book lovers everywhere. I am here to talk to you about my 2025 reading goals and BookTube plans. And the fact is, I'm not a quitter. Even though I've had this channel 10 years and it has been a source of angst at times, I'm not quitting, I'm not quitting, I'm not quitting. So that's the first thing that you need to know about 2025. I'm planning to be here throughout the year because BookTube's my hobby and I enjoy doing it. And right now I'm planning to read specific genres throughout the year. Right now I'm reading adventures, true life adventures, mainly survival literature. And I don't know what I'm going to be on to next, but it's going to be like one genre and I'm going to stick with it for a while. And you'll see it's really going to be different for me. I haven't done this before. And it is mood reading, but it's mood reading with sticking to genres. So I will also be talking in 2025 about health issues. I'm getting older, as you can see, and I am having some health issues. I'd like to talk about them and, different things that older people are interested in. I will try to stick to one day a week on the health issues. Probably it'll be Friday. And, the next thing you need to know is I'm getting into some weird fiction. I'm not really reading much fiction right now, but thanks to Christina Winikoff of Papers, Pages, and Possibilities, I have been informed about a certain genre of weird fiction that I haven't overlooked in the past, and I'm getting into it and I'm enjoying it, and you're going to be hearing about it more later. The next thing that I'm going to reintroduce to my channel, it was in 2018. I was talking about this a lot. Now I'm going to talk again. It's about writing. I think that most people who read books maybe daydream about wanting to be writers. And if I could just help you over that hump in between thinking about it and actually doing it, I would be so thrilled. And so I'm going to talk about writing. I'm going to be talking also about California literature. In case you weren't aware of it, I have lived most of my life in California. I am a true California-phile. I'm into it. I'm just learning about California through literature is just fascinating to me. I love the history. I love the state that I was born in, and I'm going to be talking more about that in 2025. I also am going to be doing a few goals and challenges. For the most part, I'm going to be avoiding them because I don't want to get off track with my main intention, which is to study genres. The first one that I will be doing is David McCullough Read Along, which is actually a read along I started with the help of Ariane over at Book Zealots. And she's my co-host for the David McCullough Read Along, and the plan is on my blog at lindajomartin.com. And if you want the plan, just to let you know, in January we're going to start reading the book about the Panama Canal. So, what better time to read a book about the Panama Canal, if you know what I mean? Because, like, the guy who's going to be our president just said he was interested in retrieving that from Panama. So I think this is a great time to learn more about how it was built. That was already the plan. It had nothing to do with President Trump. Really, it didn't. But it is interesting that he's talking about the canal, and I'm going to be reading about the canal. So also in 2025, I'm going to be doing something called the Biblical Studies Challenge. It was created by Katherine at a channel called Read, Journal, Love. And so she chose a topic for each of the months. And this is because she always wanted to go to Bible school and never was able to. Well, I could say the same. I've never been to one. So the topic for January is going to be hermeneutics. And then February, it'll be prayer. March, it'll be missions. April will be gospel. May is going to be about textual criticism. June will be about heaven. July will be about biblical archaeology. August will be about discipleship. September will be about Greek or Hebrew. I don't know how I'm going to get through that one. And then October is going to be about spiritual warfare. November will be about church history. And December will be about holiness. So it sounds like a good plan. And as you all know, I'm a Christian and I'm kind of into Bible study and things like that, reading Christian books. So that's like one book a month and on a variety of topics that are taught in Bible college. Wow, that was kind of a lot. But I do have my book for January ready. I'll tell you about it in another video, most likely. So the next challenge that I'm going to be attempting, and I'm just saying attempting because I don't know if I can do this, is read what you own. The truth is that I have been buying books like crazy in between last September and today. I bought some more today, and I don't know that I can read what I own before I buy any more books. So I do have some caveats. It seems like everybody who's doing this has a series of caveats, like, except for this, right? So I'll read what I own, except I do get an annual subscription to audible.com. It's audiobooks, and I actually have that to renew every February 14th. It's like my Valentine's gift to myself, and I will have another Audible subscription. So that's 24 audiobooks that I can still get, right? Caveat number 2, my Prime store card rewards. I am able to get some books because I have a little savings on store card credits. So that is there for me to spend on books, right? So if I absolutely have to have a book, that's what's going to pay for it. So the third one is, the third caveat to the read what you own is the biblical studies challenge. Of course, I might not have the kinds of books that would fit the topics that I just mentioned to you, in which case I would have to go buy something that would fit. I do have a lot of books on my shelf that are Christian books that haven't been read. And so I will look through those before I go buy a new one. But those are my 3 caveats. And then there's one more challenge that I'm thinking I'm going to be involved in, and that is Epistolary January, that was started by Anne over at her channel In Search of Wonder. And the reason I'm going to be doing that is because I absolutely love epistolary novels, and I happen to have 2. Well, I actually have one on order and one here in my home. So I am going to be reading those in January, I hope. And I never do audiobooks for epistolary novels because that just takes the fun right out of it, because you can't see what is on the page, and that's part of the excitement of doing an epistolary novel. So I have a few other booktube goals. First of all, I have 345 videos on this channel right now, and I want to have 500 by the end of 2025. So I, of course, went to my calculator to figure out how often I'd have to post a video to make that actually happen. And I think I'm going to be posting videos 3 times a week in order to make it happen. So some of my videos are going to be book reviews this year. I have not been doing book reviews for the last couple of years. I keep saying I'm going to, and then I don't. But I am going to do it. This is for sure. In fact, I have one ready to go right now. So there's going to be a lot more book reviews. And for your information, one of the goals that I had for my BookTube channel when I started this long ago was to make videos about the Newbery books that I had read, because I've read many, many, many of them. That's both the Newbery winners and the honor books. And it was my intention to actually use this channel in part to make reviews about those books. because some of them are better for kids than others, and I just want to let parents be aware that I'm on that list and I am analyzing those books, and I will be doing more reviews of them. So I also want to do more tag videos, something I have neglected for the last couple of years. So I'm hoping that I will be doing a tag video at least once a month, if not once a week. So time will tell how that works out. And then fiction writing videos are going to happen. I already mentioned that I'm going to be talking about writing. I do write fiction. I have written a lot of, blog articles, web articles, and things like that. But I want to get back into fiction. I want to edit my fiction that I've already written. And I'm going to be talking about fiction writing maybe once a week on BookTube. And I'm really doing this in part because I know there's a lot of you out there that would like to write fiction, and I want to encourage you to get with it. And then the last thing that I might be doing videos on is art. I might do one art video a month. I don't want to overdo it because I know this isn't an art channel. It is a book channel. But still, art is a big part of my life. And I know there are other booktubers out there who are artists. A lot of us are just multi-creative, if you know what I mean. I mean, we have a lot of different ways in which we are creative, whether it's art, video making, writing, and I could go on. So those are my goals for 2025, and I do plan to continue being here throughout 2025. God may be laughing at my plans right now because he knows the future and I certainly don't. But you might as well make a plan, because if you don't have a plan, you don't know where you might be able to go with your life, right? So there it is. Talk to you later.